Yes, thank you. Ma'am, you're still under oath.
Yes,
You may
Chair.
proceed, Advocate Batohi.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Advocate Noko, it's just something I forgot to ask you yesterday. Advocate Batohi has created the impression in this panel that when all of these events were taking place, she was out in The Hague and came back recently, and she's ignorant about what had transpired before. I can hear myself. So it's good. Somebody's recorded. Anyway. I mean, is this correct that because these are events of 2008 and 2009, is she telling the truth when she says she was not around?
No, she's not. According to my understanding, she's not, because I think she left the position of DPP when towards the end of 2009.
Yes.
From there.
Yes.
Yeah, and these events are from 2008, according to the indictment, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for the most part of those events, they were sent to inquests that would have been that would have been overseen by her as the DPP.
As the DPP KZN then, yes.
Yes. So this narrative that she has peddled, that she's ignorant of this and that because she spent 10 years in The Hague is a false narrative.
I don't agree with it, yes.
Yes. All right. Now, before we broke, we were still dealing with the evidence of Mr. Stale.
Yes.
And I had intended to take you through to the factual statements to address the control element beyond the participation element.
Yes.
But
Sorry, you had just dealt with the interdictory reliefs at page 150.
yes.
And the final relief at 151.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Are you able to make sense as to when the Rule 9 was confirmed finally?
Yes, Madam Chair. We know that at page 151 that it was confirmed on the 14th of November 2008.
The 14th.
14th of November,
I
yes.
see the day stamp there is not very clear to me.
Oh, I see. In other words, the date on the order may be different to the actual date.
Oh, yeah. I see the date on the order. The day stamp is not clear, the
Yes,
registrar's day stamp. But
Yes.
we can accept that it was confirmed on the 14th.
Yes, even the following page, actually, it's also not clear.
Yeah, it isn't. But let us accept for now the 14th of November 2008.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Chair. So the last of the witnesses who had dealt with was Mr. Stay, and the report he gave over the killing of Mr. Tembe.
Yes.
Yes. Now, my learned friend says that I should actually complete that section by going through to the final report that Mr. Stale gave.
Yes.
Because we had looked at what he called the provisional report.
Preliminary, yes.
Preliminary report, yes.
Yes.
And he did provide a final report, which you will see from page 247.
247. Yes.
And just to confirm, you had both of those reports at the time you were considering the matter?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Now, in the final report, that's now after he's read everything and he's giving this for the purposes of the court.
Yes.
Yes. And by the way, was Mr. Stale a witness of the prosecution?
Yes, he was a state witness.
All right, thank you. Now, in this one, he deals both with the body of Mr. Ndimande and the body of Mr. Tembe. Yes. Although in the first one, he dealt with only one body, which is the gentleman that was pulled out of the vehicle and then shot whilst he was outside.
Yes.
Now, where he deals with Mr. Nkabinde is from page 257.
Yes, I see that.
Yes. Now, these are the observations of the killing of Mr. Nkabinde under the heading Post-Mortem Report,
Yes.
which was conducted by Dr. Naidu, where the deceased is, it's spelled as Majoela, but we know this to be Magojela, Timson
Yes.
Nkabinde.
Yes.
And then under item 1, it says an entry gunshot wound on the right side of the neck below the jaw with an accompanying exit on the left temporal area above the ear. There was also a bullet recovered from the skull. This trajectory is from the right to left and upward. Now, that's the right side of the neck.
And then going up.
Yes, and then it's also going up.
Yes.
Now, just on that description, how is it possible that these people were being attacked?
Exactly.
Attacked from the side?
It doesn't make sense.
And then they produce photographs there, which you will find, those photographs in that report are reproduced at page 278. Madam Chair, I have our attorney here just to show these blown up because they are not clear from the report itself.
Yes.
Yes, and I think there was a complaint last time that we had shown these images that depict violence without prior warning. So we are about to do that.
Complaints by who?
I don't know. It never came to me, but I was told that there were people that said we should have issued a warning that there will be graphic violence displayed.
Complaints from the evidence leading team or from the public?
Well, the person who has told me is Mr. Mtsweni.
Madam Chair, all I said was Tebega is going to fly sensitive pictures. Perhaps he should issue a warning so that members of the public out there can know that there will be graphic pictures shown. Because remember, the proceedings are being streamed, so there might be members of the public out there. As a matter of courtesy, that is obliged.
I don't know. In the court proceedings, I've never heard of such. You publicize evidence. In any event, the evidence here is in the public eye. I'm not sure to what extent we can hide or warn anyone. I don't know how we do it. Do you have any suggestion as to how it should be done?
I'll think of a way, Madam Chair, and then I'll come back to the panel.
Speak louder.
I'll think of a way, and then I'll come back to the panel.
But we are going to publicize it now.
All
He has
maybe
just indicated that he's going to flight it right now. So if you can maybe give a suggestion.
Just by giving
wait
it
a minute, let me finish.
Okay,
Sir.
apologize.
If you can indicate how best we should deal with that, maybe we can consider.
Perhaps, Madam Chair, just to issue a warning to say there would be just a statement to say, well, a warning to sensitive viewers that we are about to publish graphic photographs. Simple as that, so that at least whoever is watching knows that graphic photographs are going to be streamed. That's how they do it on the media, anyway.
But this is not a media. This is
Then in that
quasi-judicial proceedings.
in that way, Madam Chair, then I would not suggest. I would not persist with.
Suggesting.
Sorry, Madam Chair. I'm just told that they are not.
Suggesting.
Sorry, Madam Chair. I'm just told that they are not streamed. They're just for the inquiry. So I think it's fine. I thought they were streamed even on the media streams, but I'm told that it's just only in the chamber. So then there's no need for that, Madam Chair.
Now, I can assure my learned friend it's still images we will be playing. The videos are still coming. but today it's only still images.
If I may try to assist, whenever you are about to stream something that might be of a sensitive nature or shows gross violence, you may preface it with a statement that we whatever we're going to show now might be sensitive. And you leave it at that. People will just decide to watch or not to watch, but we can't hide stuff from the public. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Palomer. We shall endeavor to do so. On the images, the better copies of those images, I think the one you have is black and white and it's also unclear, will be
Yes.
at page 278.
Yes, it's yes. You can see that.
And photograph 22.
Yes.
Yes. Now,
21.
and that is what is referred to at paragraph 1, see photographs below. And then the next one is at 279. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now, if you just stay at 279, you will see there where the blood flows from the neck, but at the back of the neck.
Yes.
Yes. I will come back later to see the trajectory of the bullet. But you
Yes.
can see there where the blood is flowing. And you can see where his hands are.
Yes.
And you cannot see anything there about a machine gun.
Or anything like that.
Yes.
Are
Now-
you referring to photo 23?
Photo 23, yes, Madam Chair, sorry. Photograph 23. Yes. Now, the reason why that introduction is necessary is what the expert says after in paragraph 2. He says, an entrance wound behind the head with an accompanying exit wound on the left neck. So entrance behind the head.
Yes.
This trajectory is from back to front and downward.
Yes.
Yes. The bullet damage to the driver's headrest is consistent direction and angle with the wound track of gunshot wound above.
Yes.
And then it continues. There were a further 2 entry gunshot wounds on the front right shoulder and 3 exit wounds over the right shoulder at the back. This trajectory is from front to back and slightly downwards. So it's shot on the shoulder.
Yes.
Yes. Now, this then continues under the heading post-mortem report
Yes. I see
of that one is describing Thokozani Tembe. What we know about Nkabinde is that he's shot literally here.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
And when they describe Tembe, they say the deceased was Sibusiso Thokozani Tembe. There are no post-mortem photographs to assist in determining the general wound ballistics. However, it appears from the described wounding, as well as the abrasions on his arms, shoulders, and left back, as accompanied to the photographs, that the deceased was dragged by the vehicle. He was found on the scene behind the vehicle. The doctor noted the wounding. See photographs below. Remember the narrative of General Boysen and his people in the affidavit.
Yes.
He said so himself in the affidavit, was that the police retaliated after they were being shot.
Yes.
Now, we know that they shot this man from the back. They shot Mr. Nkabinde from the back.
Yes.
Yes. And then on Mr. Tembe, we know that he was running away when they shot him.
Yes.
Yes. And then the way it's described under item 1, there are photographs there. Those photographs, I think, are at 276.
Yes.
So
Yes.
photo 17 and 18.
Yes.
Yes. And this is how they are described by the expert. Entry gunshot wound below the left ear.
Yes.
Page 276, you said?
Page 276, photo number 17
17.
and 18. Yes, those are the
Yes.
clearer ones.
Yes.
Clearer ones. Now, when it says below the left ear, that is almost at the back of the head.
It is.
Yes. With an accompanying large and gaping exit wound below the right ear. So the bullet came from the left and they exited on the right ear, but it was all in the back of the head.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, don't leave us behind. Where is the narrative?
It is paragraph 1 under the photographs. If you go to page 258,
258.
yes, and paragraph 1, they've got the two pictures which are not clear on the narrative but are clearer on the photo album.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So what we were dealing with is the description of the entry gunshot wound below the left ear, which then exits on the right ear. That's why there's what they call a gaping exit.
Yes.
Now there was a large exit.
Exit wound, yes.
Yes. Now that's what those pictures show.
Yeah.
Yes. And then 2, entry gunshot wound to the inside of the left nipple with an accompanying exit wound to the outside of the left nipple. Now you remember how this was described was that in the first provisional report was that they shot him while he was lying down.
Yes.
Yes. Which explains then the shot on the nipple, because he
Yes.
was lying down at that point.
Yes.
Yes. This wound is from right to left and upward. See the photographs above. So that is photograph 18
Yes.
And on,
at page 276.
yes, on photo 18, around the nipple there, I see abrasions.
Yes.
Is it where the entry bullet went? You see that darkness there
Yes.
around the nipple?
Yes, Madam Chair. Yes. Yes, according to this, that would be correct according to this, because there is a heading, abrasions.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Yes, at 258, after paragraph 2.
Yes, I see that. Thank you.
Yes. So it says there are multiple abrasions noted to the following areas: left temporal area. So that's exactly where the chairperson is referring to. Below the left eye and over the right nostril. Left shoulder at page 259. Left elbow, forearm, left hand, over the right side of the back, right elbow, a compound fracture on the right wrist. Then the expert then concludes, these are consistent with the photographs taken at the scene. These abrasions and the fracture also confirm that the deceased was dragged for a considerable distance behind the vehicle. And we've seen this evidence before.
Yes.
Yes. Then, if you then skip a page and go to page 260,
Yes.
under the heading of the scene investigation.
Yes, I see it.
Yes. They start by saying on 22 September 2008, that must have been about a week after the shooting, because these gentlemen were killed on the 16th of September.
16 September, yes.
I visited the scene plus minus a kilometer after the Maryvale off-ramp on the northbound N3 highway.
Yes.
The green marks left by the police as well as the blood were still visible on the road surface. I took photographs and measurements of the scene. The blood drag mark on the road surface was 27 meters long. 27 meters. That's the
Yes.
blood drag. That shows the distance that this gentleman was dragged, that Mr. Tembe.
Yes.
Yes. He was dragged for 27 meters.
Meters, yes.
I examined the scene for any further exhibits and walked at least a kilometer back and could not locate any cartridge cases. I only retrieved the sunglasses of the deceased back passenger. And then there are two photographs there of the scene. And those, I'm told, we do not have the color versions from the photo album.
Okay.
Yes. And then, under the scene photographs supplied by the ICD at page 261, he says, I received a CD containing 98 photographs depicting the scene, as well as the vehicle examination at the police pond yard in Pietermaritzburg. It is clear from the photographs, especially where exhibits were found, like the firearms and cartridge cases, that the scene was not in its original condition, i.e., it was not an undisturbed scene. The firearms were placed behind and to the side of the vehicle. See the photographs below. Now that picture you will see at page 274 at photo 13.
Yes.
So let's just deal with the first part where he says they interfered with the crime scene.
Yes.
Now, you remember that this is where Mr. Boysen was personally present.
Yes.
Yes. And is this why he was charged with defeating the ends of justice?
Yes.
Yes.
That is the reason.
Yes. Now, it then says the narrative below the picture. It appears that the cartridge cases found inside the vehicle were only photographs the next day when the vehicle examination took place at the police pond yard. In other words, not photographs on the 16th, but photographed on the 17th.
Eh. Yes.
Yes. It was alleged that the occupants of the vehicle fired shots at the police from the open left rear back door while traveling. And then this is the point you were making earlier.
Yes.
There were no AK-47 cartridge cases indicated, found, or photographs on the roadway which could support this version.
Yes.
Because they found an AK and then they said they were shooting us with the AK. But miraculously, there are no AK cartridges.
Cartridges, exactly.
The only cartridge cases indicated are located in the outside vicinity of the vehicle, in this stationary position, and in the inside of the vehicle.
Yes.
Yes. Now, then he continues. Some photographs depict the deceased in PM 183-11-9-2008. Magojela Timson Dimade seated in the driver's seat, slumped over to the passenger's side. There is blood splatter visible in the steering wheel, the dashboard, as well as the passenger's seat. There was further blood pooling visible in the passenger's seat. The blood splatter observed on the passenger's seat is consistent with the deceased having slumped over with blood dripping from the head wounds, whereby the body completely relaxed. Thereupon, the body impacted on the blood pooling on the chair, see photographs below.
Yes.
So what they're saying is that this person was sitting, was shot and then slumped.
Yes.
This is not someone in active combat.
Yes.
And those pictures we looked at earlier, the first one is 279, photograph 23. That's him slumping over after being shot on the back of the head.
Yes.
And then the other one is at 286.
That's for the blood spot.
Yes, that's for the blood spatter. So that's 286. I think it's photo 37.
Oh, yes.
That's page
286.
286.
Photo 37. And then it continues on the crimes that were committed in the crime scene.
Yes.
Says that is now the narrative below the pictures at 262.
Yes.
The deceased in PM 183 120 2008, Sibusiso Thokozane Tembe, was found lying in a position behind the vehicle with a pistol at his feet.
Yes.
There is blood splatter visible on the firearm in the vicinity of the slide and grip. There are further scrape marks visible on the side, and the hammer is in the backward position, which indicates the firearm might be loaded.
Yes.
It is further unclear where this firearm was originally located and in what position it was found. And then
Yes.
they show the picture.
Yes.
And that picture in black and white is sort of clear enough, but we don't have the color copy. It's not in the docket.
Yes.
Now, this is again evidence of the interference with the crime scene by planting a gun.
Yes. That's the defeating the ends of justice
Yes.
as one of the predicate offenses.
Yes. And then it continues. There are photographs indicating various cartridge cases on top of the blood inside the vehicle. However, the original position of these cartridge cases is unknown. That again means they have moved around the cartridge cases.
Yes.
Yes. It appears that there are 5 fired cartridge cases inside the vehicle, 7.62 and 39 millimeter. See photographs below, which just aggravates the interference, because after they've done this, they go inside and then they shoot.
Yes.
Yes, the same policemen, they just randomly shoot a firearm and put it inside.
Yes.
Yes. And then those pictures you will find at page 285. Those 4 pictures there.
Yes.
At photograph 35 and 36.
Yes, I see
So
that.
2 of the 4, sorry. 285, 35, and 36.
Yes.
This K2 that you are depicting here at 285. I see one cartridge there.
Yes. Which is the first one on the left at 262. Yes. But there were 2 at 2. Just go back to 2. Yes.
At page 262,
Yes,
I
it's
see.
K1 and K2 actually.
Yes.
Yes.
K1.
K1 is the one on the left at
Yes.
page 262.
And K2.
K2 appears to be the one at the bottom, in the middle.
Yes.
Yes. And Mr. Ramokhale says the other 2 are difficult to match. I have to accept his. I have to accept his bona fides.
So you only have the K1 and K2.
I think,
In
Madam
your-
Chair, we have all of them, but the problem is that they are so dark. It's so
Even on the screen?
yes, but we have the clear pictures on the screen. I think what he's struggling with is matching them because he can't actually see those dark pictures so that he can compare them clearer with the because they could also be K5 and K4. They could also be they could be K4. They could be K5, which are the closest when you look at them. K4 and K5 is at 287.
Yes.
But I think all of us are reluctant to commit because we are just unsure.
Yes, I see cartridges there, photo 39,
Yes,
K5,
and K4.
the top of the arrow there,
Yes,
and at the bottom there's another cartridge there.
yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Now,
And as regards the narration by Mr. Stein, where are we as regards these depictions?
yes, the narrative there is at 262 in the last paragraphs. Yes. Where he says the cartridges have been put on top of the blood splatter. That's the first thing he makes.
Yes.
Yes. And then he says, but I cannot work out what was the original position of these cartridges. So that's what he says. These photographs indicating various cartridge cases on top of the blood inside the vehicle. However, the original position of these cartridge cases is unknown.
Yes.
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 So, actually, the clearest instance is actually K1 itself, which is at photo 35, page 285. So that you can see that it's a bullet superimposed on a blood splatter.
Also K5.
K5, yes, K5. Photo 41. Yes, 41 at page 288.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Advocate Noko. I think that
Thank you.
observation was well made. And then he then comes to the conclusion of all of this. We have done with the images. Thank you. He then comes to the conclusion at page 264.
Yes.
Now, this is on Mr. Magojel.
Yes.
Yes. The inside bullets says, based on the information available to me at this time, it is my opinion that the deceased was Magojela Timson Demande. The deceased was the driver of the vehicle. There was an entrance wound and associated exit wound on the top right shoulder, of which the trajectory most likely continued through the right side of the neck, below the jaw, with an accompanying exit wound on the left temporal area above the ear. There was also a bullet recovered from the skull. This trajectory is from right to left and upward. So it's actually shot on the side, which is totally consistent with someone driving a vehicle
And being shot, yes. from the
or
back.
sitting in a vehicle, even if they're
Yes.
not driving.
Yes.
And then, which is probably the most clear instance of an ambush attack, is the last one.
Yes.
There was an entrance wound behind the head with an accompanying exit wound on the left neck. So they shot him from the back.
Yes.
They were truly ambushing him.
Yes.
This bullet trajectory most likely followed a path through the back right rear passenger window and through the headrest, resulting in the above wounding. So that explains why we have those 4 bullets shot from the window outside into the vehicle.
Yes.
Yes. We've dealt with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th bullet under the section of the narrative.
Yes.
Now, the same or similar narrative appears in relation to Mr. Tembe. If you turn the page to 65.
Yes.
Yes. And the first bullet, which is the 2nd paragraph, says there was an entry gunshot wound from below the left ear with an accompanying large and gaping exit below the right ear. So that it's shot in the ear from back to back on the side.
Yes.
Yes. There was an entry gunshot wound to the inside of the left nipple with an accompanying exit wound to the outside of the left nipple. This wound is from right to left and upward and could be associated with the impact damage to the door frame on the left back passenger window. Tissue was clearly visible in the vicinity of this defect, which also indicates that there was a passenger seated in the left back. So again, this is another side shooting.
Yes.
And then he says all the windows of this vehicle were closed during the shooting incident. There is no indication that shots were fired through closed windows from the inside to the outside.
Yes.
You emphasized this yesterday.
Yes.
Yes. There could be at least 4 bullet entrance holes on the right side of the vehicle. 2 of these could have created injuries to the driver, and 1 could have created injury to the passenger in the left back seat. And then he continues, the AK-47 cartridge cases found inside the vehicle on top of the blood and in the absence of blood spatter raises questions regarding their original position.
Yes.
Yes. There are further clear indications that the crime scene was not properly documented and photographs to indicate the exact position of firearms and exhibits in their original position.
Yes.
Then he deals directly with this allegation of exchange of gunfire. He says it was alleged that there was an exchange of gunfire between the occupants of the vehicle and the police while traveling. However, no cartridge cases were indicated, found, or photographs on the roadway which could support this version. The only cartridge cases indicated are located in the outside vicinity of the vehicle, in its stationary position, and inside the vehicle. That is how he then concludes.
Yes.
Now, you know, I asked the person who ensured the withdrawal of these charges, Advocate Batohi, whether she was familiar with the work of Mr. Jacoba Stay. She said she wasn't. But you, as the people who took the decisions to prosecute, had actually read these reports.
Yes.
Yes. And had recommended, inter alia, based on them, that a criminal prosecution was indicated.
Yes.
Now, that's in relation to Mr. Ndimande and the direct participation of Mr. Boysen,
Yes.
contrary to his consistent narrative that he came to the scene afterwards.
Yes.
Yes. Could I then take you from this? There are many of these examples. If we actually did this, it would take us 30 days
There are.
to go through all of this.
Yes.
But there is one you mentioned yesterday repeatedly, which was the gentleman that was killed inside the dustbin.
The Mbonambi,
Yes, that was Mr. Mbonambi.
Durban North Docket. Yes.
Yes, that's the Durban North docket.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to go through that docket, but I just want to briefly go through those images just for you to confirm with us that
Yes.
they are consistent with your recollection.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Which page? Yeah. If you can go to file 2. Just want the one with the accident. Oh, yes, actually, not. Yeah. All right, so I need you to have file 2 and file 3 in front of you.
Before you proceed, still at the conclusion of Mr. Stein at 266, what do you make of the fact that the expert says it is surprising that no ballistic examiner was called to a scene such as this in order to perform a ballistic reconstruction? Who ought to have called a ballistic examiner?
The police should have called the ballistic experts, the forensic experts, and everyone, Chair. And also then it shows it consistent with what Mr. Danica says, that the crime scenes were being manipulated before the forensics are called. So when the forensics get called, the scene is already mixed up, then they'll come up with something that is not correct, accurate, because the scene was manipulated. But it is the police, the first ones at the scene, they shouldn't touch anything. They're supposed to call the forensic experts.
In other words, it would have been a futile exercise even if the ballistic examiner would have been called, because there was, according to you, a tampering with the scene.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, unless maybe a thorough examination was done like how Mr. Jacoba Stale did, not just taking pictures. Because I think Mr. Stale was referring to pictures of the scene as it originally was.
Yes, but my point is, we know now that a ballistic examiner was not called to the scene.
Yes.
And you are saying, ordinarily, the examiner should be called immediately before or after the shooting, before any tampering.
Yes.
And I'm asking you, it follows that it would have been a futile exercise to call an examiner, a ballistic examiner, post the tampering.
Exactly, yes, Chair. It would have been.
Yes, I would like the witness to have file 2 and 3 at the same time. So if we are on file 3, the report of Mr. Stale is at 227 of file 3.
I have it.
You've got it, okay. Yes. Then
At which page?
227. That's where the report starts. Yes. Now, this report deals with the killing of Mr. Mbonambi.
Yes.
Yes. Now, Mr. Mbonambi is the gentleman that you said was running away from the police, tried to hide inside a rubbish bin.
Yes.
And then they chased him and shot him while in a crouching position inside a rubbish bin.
Yes.
Yes. Now,
Doesn't it also deal with Mr. Mkhize?
yes, it's also, the report covers both Mr. Mbonambi and Mr. Mkhize. It is, yes, that's correct. In fact, that's, yes, under the introduction. On the 6th of July 2011, I was instructed by Mr. Ahmad from the attorney firm Ahmad's Attorneys Durban to attend a medical legal post-mortem and thereafter visit the scene where the deceased Mr. B.S. Mbonambi Mkhize was shot and killed. Now, these were the people killed on the same day, 3 people killed on the same day.
Yes.
Yes. What I would like you to do is to go to page 233,
Okay.
just to look at the description, and I'll compare that with the actual images we have of that scene, which
Okay.
I have no
Yes.
doubt you considered at the time,
Yes.
because that's why, even without the pictures, yesterday you could rattle off these facts from
Yes.
memory.
Yes, because
Yes.
I read this.
Yes. Now, at page 233 of file 3,
Yes.
there is a summary of the wounds that were sustained by the deceased.
Okay.
And that is the last paragraph under the heading wounding.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes. It says the deceased sustained the following major wounds.
That is Mr. Mbonambi.
Mr. Mbonambi, yes. A high-velocity, unstable bullet gunshot wound to the right side head with a fracture of the skull. This wound is located behind the right ear. So what we see here is also a shot from the back.
Yes.
Yes. Now, unlike what we saw in the previous case, at page 234, they say there is no associated exit wound with this entry wound. So they shot him, but it was lodged inside.
Yes.
Yes. A deformed copper jacket bullet of 5.56 caliber projectile, R4 and R5 type rifle, was retrieved from this wound. This wound is from right to left and upward. Now, I had read somewhere that the R4 and R5 bullets explode inside the body of the object.
Yes.
They spin and explode.
Yes. I had so too.
Yes. Do you confirm that?
Yes.
Yes.
Too.
Now, the reason why it's important to know the nature of the gun that was used
Yes.
is to know whether it is true or false that there was an intention to apprehend or an intention to kill.
Yes.
Yes. Now, if you use a 5.56 caliber projectile, which spins and explodes inside the body of the victim, I mean, what is the most sensible interpretation of that?
To kill.
Yes.
It's to kill.
Is to kill, yes. Now, that nature of that, the R5 bullet it appears in the report by Mr. Stale in
Yes.
relation to KwaZulu. They killed a 16-year-old boy using an R5 bullet.
Yes.
Yes.
Who was asleep?
Yes. Then in paragraph 2, they say a high velocity, unstable bullet gunshot wound through the neck. The trajectory was from right to the left,
Yes.
this wound is consistent with a 5.56 type projectile wound fired from an R4, R5 type rifle.
Yes.
A high velocity unstable bullet gunshot wound through the right shoulder. This trajectory is downward. So in other words, it's from the top downwards,
Yes.
shooting him on the shoulder,
Yes.
and is consistent with a 5.56 type projectile wound from an R4, R5 type vehicle. A deformed copper jacket projectile was removed from the wound track of a 5.56 caliber.
Yes.
4. A high velocity unstable bullet gunshot wound on the right upper front chest wall. This trajectory is from right to left and is consistent with a 5.56 type projectile wound fired from an R4, R5 type rifle. Copper jacket bullet fragments were found consistent with a 5.56 caliber. Basically, it's the same conclusion at 5 and 6.
Yes.
Now, this is what was found. These bullets are shot from top to bottom, but
Yes.
they are also lodged inside his body,
Yes.
and there is no exit for them.
Yes.
Now, if we then do a comparison of the actual scene of the crime, we will find that the photos appear from page 435 of file 2.
Okay. Yes.
If the
Description. 6. Project is that thing.
page 1, page 2. Okay, let's start with these on the crime scene. So let's just start with those that were found on the scene of the crime. At page 435. Now, page 435, photo 5.
Yes.
Yes, that is the picture of these large bullets from
Yes.
these machine guns.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But photo number 6
Yes.
is actually how Mr. Mbonambi was found.
Yes.
Yes. Now, I'm not an expert, you are not an expert, but just as an ordinary person, I mean,
Yes.
how is this person posing any danger to anyone?
I also don't understand. He seems to be hiding inside a dustbin.
Yes. Then if you turn the page to 436,
Yes.
photo number 9.
Yes.
Now here you can see clearer
Yes.
what they meant when they said he was shot from the back of the right ear,
Yes.
because here you can see his right ear
Yes.
and the bullet, the entry part of the bullet.
And the blood spatter onto the on the left side
Yes,
to show the exit.
yes. And it seems to me that could have been somebody from the top of the rubbish bin, not from the
Yes.
side or anything, because
Yes. Okay.
it's actually lodged.
exit.
Yes,
Oh, lodge, no exit. Yes.
yes.
Can see it.
Now the same with photo number 10,
Yes.
because remember that they found an entry on the right shoulder
Yes.
and another entry on the back of the right ear.
Yes.
Yes, which is clearer now in photo number 10.
Yes.
Yes. If you then turn the page to 437, photo number 11.
11. Yes.
Yes.
Can see it.
So you can see the danger of this bullet. Those are the bullets that spin and explode.
Yes.
Now you can see the explosion here,
Yes.
that it actually ruptures the flesh.
If it's the victim, yes.
Yes. There is one that is still necessary to see clearer, but these were the pictures at the scene of the crime.
Yes.
But he was then taken to a mortuary where his body was cleaned, but his wounds are more visible there. So if I can take you to those. So starting at 423. Photo number 5.
Yes.
Yeah. So this one is clearer. What Mr. Stale was talking about where they
Yes.
found, and then he said these were coming from top to the bottom, and you can see the one behind the right ear, and the one
Yes.
on the shoulder, and the last one on the chest.
Yes.
Yes. But you can also see that they've ruptured the flesh of the
Yes.
body as well.
Yes.
Yes. And that's photo 5 and photo 6.
Yes.
Yes. And you turn the page to photo 7.
Yes.
I use 423, 423, and then 424. And 425, 426, 427. Yes. Yes. And then there is another one at 433. Page photo 24 and 25. That's also coming
Yes.
from the back.
Yes. I can see it.
Now, I mean, we've seen the expert description,
Yes.
and we've seen the photographs that back up the expert description.
Yes.
We've seen also, just from a common sense point of view, a man crouching inside a rubbish bin.
Yes.
And we've seen the bullets most probably having been shot from top to bottom.
Yes.
And we've seen the nature of the bullets that were being used.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, can there be any doubt that this is consistent with an intentional murder?
There's no doubt.
Now, this case of Mr. Mbonambi, what is curious here is there is a version given by the police. The person who actually killed him was, I think, Inspector Lee. And his affidavit is His affidavit is at file 3, page 166, 186. So he was shot, the person who shot him is Raymond Lee, and his affidavit is at page 186. Yes. Who says that he is part of the provincial organized crime unit. But
Wait a second. Yes, thank you.
yes, thank you, Madam Chair. But if you look at that paragraph, he says, I'm from the Provincial Organized Crime Unit, which may appear to exclude Cato Manu. But if you look at the second paragraph,
Yes.
on Monday, 4 July 2011, I was on duty. I had been asked to assist the Cato Manu members
Yes.
as Warrant Officer Mostert had received information a possible robbery was to take place in the Durban North area by suspects driving a gold Hyundai iX35 motor vehicle with registration ZHC 767 GP. So this was a Cato Manu operation.
It was. Yes.
Now, this is how he describes and justifies the killing of Mr. Mbonambi.
Yes.
It is at page 187,
Yes.
paragraph 5.
Yes.
He says it was approximately an hour later when members of the public began informing us that they had seen a man running through a property in Norfolk Road. Children in the complex also visited us and informed us that they had seen him climb over a fence near Unit 1. They described him as wearing the same clothes that Warrant Officer Martin had seen him in. Warrant Officer Martin and I began to search the area. We then entered the complex's bin area, and I began opening the bins to search for the suspect, as I felt that they were big enough for a grown man to hide in. Warrant Officer Martin was standing behind me and giving me cover. The bin area was very small, and the bins were in an L shape. This is now the moment where he shot him. The next moment, I saw the last bin on my right begin to open. I immediately turned towards the bin. I realized to my horror, I was looking at a human face, and next to it was a pistol which was pointing at me. I shouted and jumped backwards into Warrant Officer Martin, now in mortal fear of my life and unable to retreat further. I opened fire with my R5 assault rifle in the direction of the bin, which immediately closed again. Now, this scene is truly from a movie. According to him, the bin opens, a man stands up with a gun,
Yes.
and then the man closes the bin with the gun again.
Yes.
And we've seen the pictures. There is not even a stone inside the bin.
Yes.
And then he continues, I opened fire with my R5 assault rifle in the direction of the bin, which immediately closed again. Without taking my eyes from the bin, I explained to Warrant Officer Martin what had happened. While covering the bin and Warrant Officer Martin then approached the bin and opened the lid. He informed me that the suspect had been wounded and was inside the bin. Then he immediately called radio control. Now, this is the best version of the killers.
Yes.
I suggest to you that this is the most improbable, made-up story. It would have been obvious to any trained prosecutor that the police are lying.
Yes. I agree.
Yes. And there is no one else who was there who did the shooting other than Mr. Lee, Raymond Lee.
Yes.
This is their only version of how the shooting happened.
Yes.
The other person is Inspector Martin, who was watching the shooting.
Yes.
Now, I'm not a criminal lawyer, but you have to take this version and put it against all the other evidence that exists to show that this was an execution, and then decide whether or not a prima facie case has not been made. Isn't that the way it should work?
Yes, and there are eyewitnesses who saw this incident taking place, who say they saw the police. One of the witnesses said to the police, Mr. Mbonambi had hidden in the bin because they thought the police were chasing after a real criminal, only to see the police just shooting at him inside the dustbin.
Yes, we will not go through the eyewitnesses, but the eyewitness statement is at page 189 of that same bundle.
Yes.
What page is that?
189, Madam Chair, of Wandile Mbonambi. Now, this was a child. He was 12 years at the time.
Yes.
And he described what he saw.
Yes.
That the police chased after and killed his father.
Yes.
It's a statement at 189.
189, yes. And it's made by Wandile Mbonambi. Yes. I am a male teenager, 12 years old, at grade 6 learner at Virginia Primary School. And he described in detail what he saw.
Yes.
Cops came chasing, looking for his father.
Yes.
His father ran, of course, because the police were looking for him. But then they shot and killed him in
Yes.
cold blood.
Yes.
And that is also supported by the Independent Complaints Directorate. There's a statement from the ICD at page 194.
Yes.
And another statement from them at page 198.
Yes.
And then the expert reports. So, I mean, this is what you were trying to come towards when you kept on saying, but why are they killing people in a rubbish bin?
Yes.
And why is the murder charge withdrawn in those circumstances?
Yes.
Now, as I said earlier, we can go over and over this. We will find all of these same patterns.
Yes.
And there are 28 people that they killed,
Yes.
but the pattern is the same.
Same pattern. Yes.
Now, I want to move to another topic. We dealt with Mr. Boysen's awareness from
Yes.
looking at the affidavits that he submitted and his own admissions
Yes.
and the police statements, etc.
Yes.
But I want to look at the control element, that for a racketeering case under F,
Yes.
you have to also show 21F, you also have to show control.
Management.
Yes, if you are showing him,
Yes.
if you are charging him
Yes.
as a manager.
Yes.
We've shown him as a participant.
Yes.
Now I want to just look at the evidence of him as a manager.
Yes.
Advocate Batohi, the statement by the ICD at 194. When was it taken? Well, I see at 197 the commissioning.
No, it doesn't have a date, no.
Yes, the commissioning doesn't show the date, time, and place.